Tonight was absolutely not where Mint Harry ever expected to find himself standing. In fact, bad luck always seemed to guide him right into the darkest, most dangerous corners of the world. He was only here because of one desperate, single clue hinting that the girl he loved, the mysterious Mira, was in serious danger. She had completely disappeared without a trace for 2 whole days, leaving behind no calls or messages whatsoever. The only thing that arrived was a cryptic note demanding he show up by himself if he truly wanted any kind of answer. With his heart absolutely hammering in his chest, he cautiously stepped out onto that broken, cracked train platform. Then, a soft and visibly trembling voice called out to him from just behind an old, rusted train carriage nearby. That familiar voice whispered a chilling warning, telling him that he truly should have never shown up here tonight. He spun around immediately to see her standing there. It was unmistakably Mira, right in front of him. However, the girl standing there was clearly not the calm and gentle soul he remembered, as pure fear was clouding her eyes entirely. You could see the sheer terror in the way her hands were visibly shaking all over the place. Mint Harry managed to ask through his tight voice, "Mira, tell me honestly, what in the world has actually happened to you?" Before she even had a chance to form a proper reply, the sound of heavy, deliberate footsteps echoed out from the deep shadows. Suddenly, several imposing men wearing dark jackets materialized around them, closing in like a pack of wolves hunting their intended prey. The man clearly in charge paused only to give a cold, unpleasant smirk right at Mint Harry. He calmly announced that Mira had tried her best to shield him from this, but now it was unfortunately too late for both of them. Mira's voice cracked with desperation as she finally found the strength to speak up again. "Mint, I really never told you the actual truth because I have been running from these dangerous people. I seriously did not want you caught up in my terrible mess at all." Mint Harry took a determined step closer to her, his eyes now visibly blazing with an intense, protective fire. He firmly told her that she should have told him everything, because he would have faced absolutely anything alongside her. Without another second to spare, the menacing group of men suddenly charged directly toward them. He instinctively shouted a desperate command to run, while simultaneously grabbing tightly onto Mira's vulnerable hand. The pair then sprinted rapidly between the forgotten train cars, skillfully weaving through piles of broken metal and dangling heavy chains. When Mira momentarily slipped on the debris, Mint Harry reacted instantly, catching her securely before she could even hit the rough ground. Completely breathless and clearly terrified, she managed to whisper, "Why on earth are you risking absolutely everything just for me?" The simple truth simmering inside his chest had been building up and burning far too intensely for him to keep contained any longer. He pulled her in close against his side, even as the immediate threat of danger still completely surrounded them on all sides. He looked into her eyes and declared, "Mira, I don't just want to protect you. I honestly want to stand right beside you as your true love." Her eyes grew wide with a complicated mix of raw fear, complete shock, and perhaps a flicker of something much deeper than either of them expected. Just as they found a moment of clarity, the menacing figures managed to quickly corner them against a wall once more. Mint Harry immediately moved to step directly in front of her, ready to physically shield her from whatever danger was about to come next. But in a surprising move, Mira quickly grabbed an emergency flare, struck it hard, and hurled the burning device right into an old oil drum nearby. An absolutely massive and blinding burst of intense flames instantly erupted, lighting up the entirety of the desolate railway station in a sudden, chaotic glow. "Go now, right now," she screamed over the sudden noise, pushing him forward with all her might. Holding hands tightly, they ran full speed as the powerful explosion roared deafeningly behind them, causing the very ground to shake violently. They finally made it to a safe distance, left completely breathless, deeply terrified, but undeniably alive through sheer luck. Once they were finally clear and relatively safe, Mira turned back towards him, her eyes welling up with tears shining brightly in the distant firelight. She looked at him with profound emotion and said, "Mint Harry, honestly, no one has ever fought this hard or this bravely for me before." He gently raised his hand and touched her cheek softly, his expression conveying absolute certainty and care. He looked her straight in the eyes and promised her without hesitation, "I am absolutely not leaving you, not today, and definitely not ever again." Under that dramatic, burning night sky, you realize their entire story didn't just begin. It truly ignited right there in the flames.